For 7 years, she lived in darkness, trusting the man who guided her through every step. He was her eyes, her world, her everything. But when surgery restored her vision, what she saw wasn't love. It was the biggest lie of her life. Lydia, a 29-year-old woman from Chicago, lost her sight after a car accident at 22. During her recovery, she met Mark, a volunteer at the rehabilitation center. He was gentle, patient, and made her laugh when she felt hopeless. Within a year, they married. She always said, "I can't see his face, but I can feel his soul." Years passed peacefully. Then one day, doctors told Lydia a new surgery could restore part of her vision. Mark was hesitant. "What if it doesn't work?" he said. But Lydia felt hope for the first time in years. "If I can just see your face," she smiled, "that will be enough." The operation was scheduled. Mark stayed silent the night before, too silent. When the bandages came off, sunlight flooded her eyes. Everything was blurry at first, shapes and colors blending. Then she saw him, tall, nervous, avoiding her gaze. She reached for him and whispered, "Mark." He smiled faintly. "It's me." But something felt wrong. His voice was familiar, yet his face was not. At home, Lydia began noticing odd things. Her wedding photos, every single one, showed her turned away from the camera. All the letters he'd written before their marriage were gone. And the voice she'd once loved suddenly felt practiced, carefully performed. One night, unable to sleep, she opened his laptop. It wasn't password protected. There she found dozens of messages between Mark and another woman. But that wasn't the shock. The profile photo was different. Another man entirely. Panicked, Lydia searched deeper and found an old document, a volunteer ID. The real Mark had moved abroad 5 years earlier. The man she'd married wasn't Mark at all. He was Evan, another volunteer who'd fallen in love with her during rehab and stolen the real Mark's identity so she would never know. When she confronted him, he broke down. "I just wanted you to love me," he cried. "You said Mark made you feel safe. I became him so you'd never leave." Lydia's tears fell, not from blindness this time, but from betrayal. "You didn't give me love," she said softly. "You gave me another kind of darkness." She walked away, her vision still blurry, but her mind finally clear. Months later, Lydia started working at a foundation for the visually impaired. When asked what she'd learned, she smiled and said, "Sometimes the worst blindness isn't in the eyes. It's in the trust we give to the wrong person." If this story left you stunned, subscribe to EMMYTWISTED for more unbelievable stories that actually happened.